Okay, so this is a little video about nested for loops, which you'll need to be able to do the assignment. So the idea here is we have two variables which we want to vary. First one, let me just kind of demonstrate here. Let's say if I wanted to multiply the numbers from 1 to 5 with each other. And if I did this in a spreadsheet, I'd have one column being the first number and one column being the second number. And the first number I would first set to 1, and then I would cycle through the second number like that, and then I would increment the second number, and then I would cycle through the same set of this number, and then I would do the next one with 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm going to go ahead and just copy these so I don't have to do it again. So basically what I'm doing is making up a table of multiplying. It's kind of like a multiplication table, except it's in a row format. And this would be, well, let's do addition instead. So in the spreadsheet, I would just take the value in the first cell plus the value in the second cell. So 1 plus 1 is 2, and then I copy that equation. So 1 plus 1 is 2, 1 plus 2 is 3, 1 plus 3 is 4, 1 plus 4 is 5, 1 plus 5 is 6. And then you go cycle through again. So how do we do that using the Arduino for loops? So what you do is you use a nested, use nested loops. So let me explain how that works. So here's an example of what I just did in Excel. So you actually have to have two counters. In this case, I'm using J and K. J is for the outer loop, and K is for the inner loop. So the way it works is you have this outer loop that goes from J equals 1 to J equals whatever the max value, which in this case is 5. And so it's going to loop around here, but inside you have this inside loop, K equals 1 to K equals 5. And that loops like this. So what you have is you set J equal to 1, and then you cycle through K equals 1, K equals 2, K equals 3, 4, 5. Then you go out of this inner loop and then update the count, the outside counter. So then the next J will be 2. So J will be 2, and then K will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we finish that inner loop, and we go around again. And you do this as many times as this J max value is. So in my case, J max and K max are 5. And that's what happens here, basically. This is kind of like J, and this is like K. We set J equal to 1, then we loop through the K values, then we update J to 2, and then we cycle through the same numbers for K. Now we could do this in Excel. You could also do it in a format where you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there, and then the cells here would give you the answers. So this is the programming to make that happen, and you can use that. The difference is that for the assignment, you're going to do the product of the two numbers. So your equation will be PROD equals J times K, something like that. And what I'm asking you to do is to write out. Let me find that file that I was just working on. So this is what I want you to do, is to create a list of have lines which says the product of, this would be your J value, and your K value is the product. So 1 times 1 is 1, 1 times 2 is 2, 1 times 3 is 3. And you keep doing that, and you go all the way from 1 to 5. So there's 25 different lines. And the final answer, the final number, is the product of the first two numbers. So that is the assignment. I also want you to have these word parts as strings, not writing them out in the print statements, but having this part as string 1, this part is string 2, this part is string 3, and then these would be J, K, and the product. And so you're going to send me the Arduino file that does this, and you're going to take a screenshot, or however you do that, of the serial monitor, which will have this exact format.